Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface, still struggling with the voice. It's exactly the same thing that happened the last time I got the coof. I recovered fine, pretty quickly, in terms of symptoms and all that jazz. But the last time I got it, the voice was shot for about two and a half months. And at the minute, I just can't seem to get it back. Can't seem to get it back. I got the water. I got the waters. Anyway. Let's speak about something, I mean, just so typical of current day. When the Marvel movies really started taking off, when the 10-year plan really was beginning to take effect, was round about the time of just, you know, the first Avengers movie back in, I think, 2012-ish, around there. It took a little while to get going. The Iron Man movie was well received. The Hulk, not so much. Thor did, you know, Captain America did, Look back now, and they're thought of much, much, much more favorably. But it's really the Avengers movies that got things cemented in the Marvel MCU. Because it was the MCU then, not the current MCU. And of course, the absolute ridiculousness was that with Iron Man being so now well received, Captain America so well received, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Hulk, Thor, etc. If you went into a comic shop and you said, hey, I want to get an Iron Man comic, chances are they'd put an Ironheart comic in front of you. I want to, not interested in that. Give me a Thor one. Lady Thor, She-Thor, Cancer Jane, all for you. No, that's not what I want. Give me a Captain America comic. Captain America's a Yahtzee. Oh, for fuck's sake. I want a comic with the characters that are in the movies. Oh, no, we got all new, all different Marvel. They've now lost the penises and they've now got vaginas. It's Friday and you know what that means. So oh, I'll have a Hawkeye. Oh, no, here we got Kate Nonsense Woman. Nothing that you wanted, that you saw on the screen and you were like, yeah, I want to get into that. That didn't exist no more. Marvel was systematically destroying its heroes. And at the time when the comic book industry really needed business, because buffoons like Dan Slott was telling customers to fuck off on Twitter, and the silent majority were leaving, and they had these heroes in the cinema sky high. I have to shout because of the voice. As if I don't shout, you can't shit. You went into the comic book shops, you wanted a comic, you got, I wouldn't even say second or third rate, you got Z-list versions of them. With terrible backstories. You know, you wanted to know the backstory of Ironheart? Well, her backstory was her teacher was really supportive and open-minded and told the kids in the school, you can do anything you want to do. You can be anything you want to be. But poor little Ironheart, she wanted a victimhood. Riri Williams wanted to be a victim because that's where we were in modern day comics. We're into intersectionalism, where there must be a victim. And because Riri was black, she had to be a victim. She couldn't be somebody to look up to. She had to be a victim of the system. And so Riri wouldn't accept that. How dare you? How dare you tell me as a black girl that I can do or be anything that I want to be. I'm a victim. And you will treat me like one. I want you to tell me something I will never be able to do. Okay. You'll never be Tony Stark. You. I'll be better than Tony Stark. Crazy. Because the writers are fucked in the head, full of Orange Man bad and just hung up on politics. My color politics side is better than your color politics side. Urgh! Anyone that disagrees with me can fuck off. Anyone that disagrees with me is a Yahtzee, like Captain America. Crazy, mental, unstable people who were let into the comic book industry and took decade-old beloved characters and drove them into the ground, all in the name of political ideology. So Riri Williams' origin story in the comics is one of a villain, not a hero. But they're all coming. That's where the comics books were. And now, of course, they're coming to the small screen. The smaller, the fucking better, if you ask me. Coming to the small screen to be a victim near you soon. With female penises coming. With fucking stupid neo-pronouns coming. Because these people are knob jockeys. And what happened? The comic book industry, the mainstream comic book industry got driven into the ground. They had to enlist the help of, stop laughing, manga. To put into their figures, annual figures. Because they kept losing people and losing people and losing people. So then they could go, oh my God, the comic book industry is so healthy. It's so healthy. Look at the figures. They are massively up thanks to manga. Meanwhile, Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, all of them on the downward trend. Manga, soaring sky high. Now you would think that people who run the show, and we've seen the people who run the show, so we know the answer to this real fucking quick, would want to correct their mistake. Now we need to make sure that we start making some money. We need to make some money. Nah, we don't need to make some money. Do you know why we don't need to make money? Because we're propped up by Daddy Disney. And Daddy Disney's going to look after us. Isn't that right, Daddy Disney? Let me suckle at your man breast. We don't need to make money. Money's not important. It's about the message. It's about pushing our politics that if you don't agree with, we will call you istphobe, ism, racist, Yahtzee, yada, yada, yada. We will try and destroy your life and career in some cases. We will do everything. We are the nastiest, most disgusting, authoritarian bitches on the planet. And we come in love. Oh my God. Right side of history. Insanity. Absolute insanity. Phase 4 of the MCU, Stage 4, as it's also been aptly named, was a disaster. A disaster for Marvel. People were turned off. As I said in a recent video, all the big brands that they thought were going to hit $1 billion didn't. Thor? No. Black Panther 2? Exploitation, the sequel? No. Doctor Strange? Fucking out of the gates like a pew, like the Flash. Sorry, Quicksilver. It's Marvel. No. stalled after a mega opening because people actually saw the fucking crap movie. The TV shows. Mwah. Black Widow lost money. Eternals lost money. Shang-Chi basically cut even. Made about £2.50 in a packet of All Bran. Terrible. Certainly not bringing in what they want. There's one franchise left that people have a modicum of hope with. Came out with a pretty good Christmas special. Watched it, liked it. Myself. Even as jaded as I am now. Guardians of the Galaxy. And in this May 5th, for me in the UK, Guardians 3, the last bow of the majority of this team. I say majority of this team because we know Marvel, they loved resurrecting zombie corpses and sending them forward thinking it's going to... Money. Possibly the last chance we have for a decent Marvel movie. AntMan's coming. Quantumania. Oh, just looks like a CGI blob. So this is help us, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. You're our only hope. And of course, James Gunn has left to go to DC and fuck that up now. Hey, Aquaman, Jason Momoa, you can stay. Ezra Miller, I don't care how many people you kidnap and held hostage or how many weird cults you got, you can stay. Henry, one of the most beloved people in fandom. Absolute super nerd, loves Geralt of Rivia, loves Superman, perfect man for the job. Oh yeah, you're fired. You're fired, dude. Great start, James. Quirky humor incoming for everything now. But he's done a good job with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and you can't deny that. So it's releasing 5th of May with the big bad, maybe not so good guy being Adam Warlock, who's come in way after he should have been part of the Thanos storyline, but fuck it, I guess. But what are Marvel doing? Just before the release of Guardians 3, when they want to hype up Adam Warlock as their next big thing for this movie, well, they're cucking him. They're cucking him a month before the release of the film. Marvel Entertainment, Adam Warlock meets his match this April. Eve Warlock, tits and a Vargu incoming, makes her debut in Warlock Rebirth. She's better than him. She's stronger than him. She has the female penis, probably. What are her pronouns? I hope she's gay. And many, many other things. So a month before you want to bring in Adam Warlock to your universe, you cuck him. You cut his balls off. I've had a bit of a rant. I'm going to end on a positive note. All I can say is, thank fuck nobody's buying the comics anymore. Because that way they would have found out. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.